What's up, everyone? So today, kind of an update, life update. I did something hard this past weekend. I also did something amazing this past weekend, and I want to talk about it. I didn't expect to get choked up about it. So as I've talked about before, I didn't have the greatest childhood, right? I had a lot of friends in high school and everything like that, which was great. But in terms of like my home life, it wasn't amazing. My mom is incredible, love her to death. But I've had a few stepfathers, and one of the stepfathers I lived with, I didn't like at all. And he was not the nicest person. It wasn't like physical abuse. It was just, mental stuff. And, maybe I took it more personal than I should have, but, it was a hard time in my life, very hard. And that's when, like I talked about many times, I went to the gym for the first time. And that was where I found my confidence. And that was the point at which everything in my life, kind of started to not move in the right direction, because like I said, I was like 12 or 13 when I first went to work out. But I knew from that point what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, which was own a fitness center. I've talked about that a gazillion times, so I won't bore you with that story. But anyway, so I don't have like super fond memories of my childhood, but I also don't have fond memories of the area that I kind of grew up. Like, I associate pretty much everything with that point in that period of my life. And so I would go back like once in a while to see like my grandparents. But then when my grandparents died, I kind of stopped doing that. When my dad moved down to Atlanta, my mom moved down to Atlanta. And so there really wasn't that many reasons to go back to Philadelphia or the area that I grew up in. And so I didn't, right? I went to one high school reunion. We had one high school reunion, I think it was at like year 10, and I saw a bunch of the people. I've stayed in touch with only a few though. Terry, one of my best friends from high school, works with me. He is a co-founder of Menfluential Media. I've talked about that before. And so I stay in touch with him. But this past year, some things happened, and it changed the way that I knew that I needed to get back. And one of those things was my good friend that I wrestled with, that I went to high school with, had brain cancer, Jeffrey, and he had brain cancer. And so it was in remission. He had it removed. He went through chemo and radiation, and I kept telling him, I'm going to come up, I'm going to come up, I'm going to come up. Then something else happened. My hero and wrestling coach, Charlie Kramer, who I've mentioned on the Alpha M YouTube channel before, he was my wrestling coach. And I had a shitty life, like at home. He filled the void. He filled, sorry for getting upset. He filled the void of like a parental figure, a strong male parental figure. Not that my dad wasn't in the picture. I saw my dad, typically like every weekend. But because I was struggling like at home, like I would go to wrestling and he was just that person, right? And he wasn't just that person to me, he was that person to a lot of people. And I invited him down to the Menfluential conference, and he spoke, and we reconnected, and I let him know. I saw him at a friend's wedding years later, and I said, hey, I just want you to know you changed my life, And anyway, long story short, he had cancer again. He's had cancer now 3 times. And the whole idea was that we were going to get together, and we were going to have a dinner with a lot of the old wrestlers. There were like 9 of us and our coach, and we were going to get together and just see each other. I haven't seen most of these guys in 30 years since I graduated high school. And so that was the plan. And so, I kept putting it off, and I finally was like, look, this is the date I'm coming. Let's do it. Let's put it on the books. I booked my flight, and let's make it happen. And so we were going to do it. And that was this past weekend. Well, during the time that we were kind of getting ready to, go up there, my coach had cancer again. He basically had a melanoma, and it was on top of his head, and they had to do surgery, and they might have had to actually remove part of his skull because they weren't sure if it went deep enough. and it was either going to be Christmas or the weekend that we were basically getting together. And so he ended up choosing his family over us. I'm just kidding, but seriously, he did. And so anyway, so I decided, we're still going to go up there and we're still going to get together. And so the whole idea and plan, I was going up by myself. My wife wasn't coming up with me. And I wanted to go and drive. I wanted to basically get a rental car and just drive up to my old neighborhood. Because literally, since I left and graduated when I was 18 years old, and I'm like 47 now? It's been 30 years. I haven't been back to my town in 30 years. I've been back to the area like Philadelphia, but not back to my town. And I wanted to go. I had recently heard that my stepfather passed away. I wasn't upset about that. Honestly, I don't give a shit about that, but I heard he passed away, and it was just kind of, I wanted to go and drive. I just wanted to drive. I wanted to think. I just wanted to basically just think and be by myself and just take it in. Because I never, I think, let myself, I guess, deal with or put that part of my life kind of like to bed. I don't feel like I faced my past. I felt like I ran from it. I felt like I left. I felt like I did whatever I needed to do. I moved to Atlanta, like I got away and great, everything is amazing and my life is good. But there was a part of me, I think, that felt like I needed to go back and just kind of like just be there. And so that's what I did. When I went up there I got up there on Friday, and I decided one of the first things I was going to do was get a rental car and drive up there. And I did. I drove up there and I drove past my old house. I stopped, I parked, and I got out and I walked. Somebody was living at the house. He died recently, my stepfather, but somebody was there, so I didn't like go onto the property. But it brought back a lot of memories. I stood there for probably 20 minutes, just thinking and just kind of going through it, a little bit. And it was hard, but it was amazing and it was good. And it was powerful. It was powerful, and it was therapeutic, and it was healing. And I feel like I can let it go to some degree. And I feel like I can move on. I know it doesn't seem like that, but these are, I guess, tears of just, I don't know. But I did it. And it feels good. I don't feel like I need to go back. I feel like I accomplished my mission and I did what I needed to do, but it was a very healing and therapeutic thing to just allow myself to kind of just like be present. And I think I probably should have done, I don't know. I say that I should have done it sooner, but I don't know that I would have been ready to. But the interesting thing is that like I am in like the best place, like personally, emotionally, financially, my relationship with my wife, my friends, like my professional career, like I am in, like, other than my Alpine YouTube channel sucks. I feel like I'm in the best place that I've been like ever right now. And so I feel like it was time, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled. And the other thing that I've realized, I didn't even realize it at the time, but like the white label empire, you guys have all heard about it, right? If you want to join, now is the time. We're about to raise the price. That has been something that has filled a piece of me that I didn't realize was missing. And what I mean by that is, when I started posting YouTube videos, I think the reason, if I really boil it down, everything from when I wanted to be a personal trainer to I wanted to own a gym to I wanted to post videos talking about style and grooming and helping guys feel better about themselves, everything that I've done, I think, has been to try to help like people the way that I wish I had help, if that makes sense. At the time, growing up, I didn't have the internet. I didn't have like a big brother. I was an only child. I didn't have that person that I could go to basically ask questions to, or to get help from, or to just get advice from, or just to cry on their shoulder. I was so busy trying to just basically like make it through and just get out and get done and move past it that like I didn't I didn't have that person. And so I think like deep down the reason why I do what I do, so deep down I think the reason why I do what I do is to help as many people as possible feel just good. And so the fact that I started this hard thing, and the white label empire, it was hard. It was outside of my comfort zone. It was a fast process, and it was hard. And I felt like I needed to be pushed, and I started it, and it launched, and it was successful. And the people that are in there, you guys that are in there, you know, telling me your why and why you want to be successful, and it's changed me. It's put things in perspective, and it makes me realize what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. And it's helping you guys realize your dreams. You know, financially, like, I'm cool, right? I'm good for the rest of my life. I've got great businesses. I've got, you know, everything I need, everything I want, and then some. And I'm building a house because I just have the money and I want to, but I'm good, right? I don't want a beach house. I don't want like more stuff. Like I want to, at this point, I've realized that what I want to really do is help other people achieve what I have achieved. And so every day that I log on multiple times to that community and I see and I engage and I talk to people, it fills something up in me that I didn't realize was missing, that I didn't realize I didn't realize it needed to be filled. I didn't realize it was a void. But now that I've been doing it now for about a week and a half, I realize like this is where I'm supposed to be. And everything I've done up until this point has built me and created this person that is able to share, that is able to encourage, that is able to basically lift other people up. Because honestly, like a lot of people wouldn't want to do what I'm doing, right? I'm literally like helping people like build businesses that could potentially compete with me, but it's not about that. It's about, I don't give a shit about that. Let's focus on helping you create your dreams, your destiny, and getting financially free. Because once that happens, everything in your life changes. Everything in your life gets better. Anyway, enough about that. If you guys are interested in checking it out, there's a link down below. Go watch my free 20-minute white label blueprint where I walk you through how to basically build and start a business. And if you want to join the community, get more information, go through the curriculum. We are always adding new stuff, and it's an evolution. All right, that's a one-time fee. I'm not charging like a monthly fee. And the reason is because I want you guys engaged. I want you there. I don't want you to have to think about money other than counting it once you basically join. And if you're interested, anyway, links below. It's special. And I think people that are in there doing the work, engaging, would agree, it's special. Anyway, something else that's special is my wrestling coach, like I mentioned. And so he basically had his surgery. Best case scenario happened. They removed a big, large section of his scalp. They didn't have to remove his skull. And that was the thing that they were worried about, and he was worried about. I talked to him the day before his surgery, and he was scared. And I'd never seen him kind of like worried and nervous, but I could tell that he was not settled. And you know, anyway, it worked out. And I talked to him 2 days ago. He's feeling great. I talked to him today saying, hey, can I use your picture? Basically what happened, it was crazy. They removed the scalp, and then they had to take a thing like this big, like 7-inch diameter from his thigh, and implant it or transplant it onto his head, sew it up. So he's got literally like a skin yarmulke. Check it out. Here's Coach looking sexy, right? It literally is like sticking up, right? It's like a skin yarmulke. So I joke with him about. And over time, it will go down. It'll kind of meet and mesh, and you won't even be able to really tell. Maybe see a little bit of a scar. But he's cancer-free. Cancer-free. He didn't have to remove the skull and get a titanium plate, which he was worried about. And so that was a great thing. And so anyway, he's just an amazing person, and he's changed more lives than anybody I know. And he has just touched and inspired so many young men, and he's given himself selflessly to help young dudes be better. And I can never repay him or thank him enough for what he did for me when I needed it the most. Now, something else that I did, I got together with some buddies, and this is us. This is us, and it was amazing. This is us, plus like some of the girls that we graduated with came to meet us at a bar, but we had an incredible time. Got to see some guys I haven't seen in literally 30 years, and it was incredible. I see Terry, I talk to Terry often, but everybody else in there, like I love like brothers, I'd do anything for, and I haven't seen him in 30 years. And so we talked, we laughed. It was amazing. It was super, it was so good, like for my soul. And I want to do it again. Next year, we're already planning it. I'm like, okay, I'm the bottleneck because everybody else pretty much lives there. I moved away. And so, I'm the bottleneck, so I'm going to stop being the bottleneck. We're going to plan it, same bat time, same bat channel. Next year, we're going to do it again and try and get together even more people. My class that I graduated with was only like 160 or 70 people, so it's not huge. But all the guys that I was friends with, that I hung out with, that I wrestled with, that I partied with, that I got in trouble with, these are brothers. We all don't have the same life, we don't live the same way, and we don't all have the same dreams or goals, but we do have the same past, and that bonds you, honestly. And it was really, really great to kind of reconnect with people that I've lost touch with, and it felt good. It felt really good. And it also felt good because I look so damn good. I'm just saying, I look young. Whatever, we're almost like 50, all of us, and I still look good, baby. Anyway, what? Seriously, I'm lightening the mood a little bit. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update and tell you some things that I did this past weekend that were amazing. And they were hard, and they were difficult, but I got through them, and I feel like I'm better, stronger, and I can move past the pain and the past. And if you can do that, gentlemen, I highly recommend. If there's something holding you back, you need to figure it out. You can't outrun your past forever. Eventually, it'll catch up with you. In my opinion, it's better to stand and fight. It took me 48 years to do it, but I finally did it. I don't know that I'm totally done unpacking everything, but it was the first step. And I just wanted to share something that I did that was awesome. And I want you to do it. If there's something in your life that you need to deal with, go deal with it. If it means going to therapy, go do it. If it means having hard conversations with people that you need to basically make up with or forgive or just understand, do it. I often say that a lot of times we are collateral damage in other people's lives. It's not that they meant to hurt us. It's not that they meant to mess us up, but sometimes it just happens. Everybody's out there typically doing the best job they can. And life, it's not easy. It's hard. And it's hard. It's hard for everybody, and I just wanted to share. And I'm sorry for getting emotional. Actually, I'm not sorry. You knew. Come on. It's been a while since I've gotten upset or choked up in a video, but it's real, it's raw, and hopefully this can help me kind of put the past to bed. And the other thing is you guys inspire me, uplift me, and keep me moving in the right direction. And I just want to say thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love, and thank you for ultimately your friendship over the years. And so just wanted to talk a little bit about it and say thank you.